Hey, great Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It says I'm Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, even with our 15 minutes to mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and do fantastic things today. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to episode number 494 live from right here in San Antonio, Texas at our office, just almost in the heart of downtown San Antonio. We're about 5 minutes out of downtown San Antonio. We'd love for, if you're ever in the San Antonio area, let us know. We'd love for you to come on by and visit with us if we're in town. So anyway, listen, today I want to talk to you about a better way of selling, a better way of helping people. And there's a great quote by Brian Solis, which says, customer centricity is a culture of putting the customer at the center of everything that you do. A lot of times we struggle. A lot of times we fail to make the connection with our buyers that is needed nowadays in order to be able to truly help them. And in turn, when you help them, you can then earn the business. A lot of folks struggle with being able to make that connection because we have lost touch with being able to truly care about our buyers. There's too many people out there in the sales world, and it includes the manufactured home world, that got spoiled in 2020, 2021, even into 22, when you pretty much were taking orders. There weren't enough homes, and there were way too many more buyers. There was a whole lot more buyers than there were homes. So you were taking orders, and it was just a matter of showing up to the office, and whoever could get approved and would actually get the deal done, that's who got the house. You didn't truly have to, quote unquote, sell anyone. You didn't have to build relationships. They just wanted a home. And so now the market has shifted, right? And now buyers have options. And now you need to actually perform as a consultant. And that's where a lot of folks are struggling because their mentality is still transactional. You're still thinking and speaking to people or sitting with people, I think it's all about the deal. And it's just, you just need to find out what they're looking for. And you think that they're just going to fall in love with whatever it is that you've got, which, by the way, they actually do fall in love with the homes. However, people nowadays are looking for different. They're looking for a different experience. They're needing a different type of you. And so the easy way to be able to help more families, get more sales, is for you to take a customer-centric approach. Now, what is customer-centric or customer centricity? It's pretty simple. The definition in layman terms would simply be you make it all about the customer. That's it. And you see, that's a struggle for a lot of folks in the manufactured home world because there's a lot of ego, a lot of misconception and thoughts that run rampant throughout our industry all across the country, where a lot of, especially on the retail side, a lot of folks feel like, hey, this is what it is. We have manufactured homes, and you're either going to like it or you're not. Or, hey, this is what we've got. This is the way it works, and you're going to fall in line or just move on, right? However, what you're missing out on is this. Nowadays, you have so many more opportunities that you did even 1, 2, 3, especially 4 or 5 years ago, because right now you have so many other buyers out there that are trying to buy a home, that want to buy a home. I've referenced that Newsweek article from about a month ago, which talked about how in 2025, there's going to be 36 million people looking to buy a home all across the country, 36 million people. They're going to be looking to buy a home, and what they're needing is they're needing somebody who's going to sit with them or speak to them on the phone and help them get comfortable with the idea of purchasing, help them get comfortable with the idea of purchasing a manufactured home. And somebody that's going to slow down enough to be able to answer all the questions, make them feel all warm and fuzzy, if you will, on the inside, and be able to help them make the decision that they already wanted to make. So how is it that we can take a customer-centric approach? What does that mean to you? What it means to you is this. You need, first of all, to stop thinking about you. And I know, look, a lot of us would sit there as you're watching and say, well, you know what, Cesar, I don't think about me when I'm with people. You may not necessarily or literally be thinking about yourself first, but what I am saying is this: when you don't slow down enough to ask the right questions, when you are not being the educator, when you're not being a true consultant to folks, you're thinking more about you than you're thinking about the buyer. You see, a lot of folks right now want to buy a home. They don't know what it means to buy a home. A lot more of them are so much more informed than they used to be. All right. So you have two different buckets right now. You've got the buyers that are nervous, right? And both of them are nervous, but you got the buyer that is nervous and that needs to be informed in order to feel comfortable making a decision. And then you have the buyer that's nervous who is informed, who knows about the product, who knows about the financing, who probably in a lot of cases knows more than most housing consultants out there, because most housing consultants out there have not taken the time to improve their own skills, improve their own knowledge. They think that just the little tidbits that you hear here and there, whether it's an email that comes from the factory or somebody says something at your company, well, that's me learning. You see, you have people that are shopping, that are out there looking at these homes, and they're going online. They're researching manufactured homes. They're researching HUD construction. They're researching the warranties and the financing and everything about this, because if they are going to make the decision to buy this, they want to be informed, right? But these people are just as nervous as the people in this other bucket. But these people right here, the difference is this: when you start speaking to them and you aren't prepared, or you don't have the confidence to be able to have the type of conversation that they're expecting you to have, you lose all credibility. You are not building any sort of value, and you, my friend, get cut out of the equation. You just lost the opportunity to help that family, simply because you have not taken the time to be able to get yourself to the point where you can truly be the type of consultant that provides a customer centric buying experience. And it's not just about the knowledge. It's about also the support that you give. It's also about the value that you bring. It's also about everything that you do after the sale. I remember that when we would get those people that would call in that were upset, right? And they would call in and say, I gave you guys my money, and now all of a sudden you forget about me. I gave you guys we got the house delivered, and then you just don't want to do anything. I'm sure you've heard that, right? And you see, people are expecting different. If that happened even to me 2 years ago and beyond, when I was still selling just like you, when I was a general manager out there, I know it's going on now. As I visit different retailers across the country, I'm there and I see it. I see customers coming in upset. I hear them on the phones. And it's even worse because people are expecting more. They're expecting more out of you. But here's the thing, like I tell everybody, whenever we do a class or whenever I'm speaking to folks or doing coaching, I tell everybody, no one should expect more of you than you expect of yourself. And if you just looked at it that way, if you simply approached yourself, your learning, your career, everything that you in that manner, then no one should expect more of you than you expect of yourself. You are going to take it upon yourself. You're going to take on the responsibility of becoming the type of consultant, leader, co-worker that you should be to everyone around you, or for everyone around you. And that means that you'll provide that customer centric experience. You'll make it all about the customer. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you that this is not something where you let customers run you through the ringer. This is not where they are pulling you on a chain. This is not where you're kissing anybody's proverbial butt the whole way through. I tell everybody that we talk to, you have to be the one in control. You have to be the one setting expectations. You have to be the one that is leading the dance. You're letting this person know what is going to be happening. They shouldn't be running you. However, everything that you're providing, all the information you're giving, everything that you're doing is for the buyer and about the buyer. for their best interest. And when you operate in this manner, you're going to see a completely different way that your transactions will go. You will see a different type of experience for yourself personally in that interaction with that buyer. You're going to see that that deal is going to go smooth. It's going to go smoother. You're going to get more referrals out of it. You're going to just operate differently. You're going to slow down up front so that you can go quicker in the back end. Things are just going to happen the way that they should be. So what are the best ways for you to be able to provide a customer centric experience? We're going to go to the top 5 ways that you can make this happen. First and foremost, folks, you got to be there to help solve the problem. You're not there to sell homes. You're there to solve problems. That has to be the first way, the first thing that you got to be thinking. Whenever you get a lead and you're about to call these folks and it's sitting right here in front of you, you've got this lead and I'm about to call Brian here, right? My whole job in making that phone call is to find out what is Brian's issue, right? Why is Brian looking for a home? Who's going to live in it? And what is Brian expecting out of his house? So that I can then set that appointment so that when Brian comes in to see me, now I'm able to sit with Brian and figure out the problem. Go even deeper than what we spoke about on the phone. Really get into the meat of the whole situation so that I can then present Brian the perfect solution to that problem that he has going on that is requiring him to find a place to live. So I've got to always understand you are there at your office. You are answering phones. You are calling people, not for anything else, but to solve problems. From there, in order to be able to solve the problems, you truly have to be interested in your buyer. You have to lead with empathy. You have to care. If you are showing up at the office and you just are going through the motions, you don't understand what you're really there for, you're going to keep running into a wall. You will sell some here and there. You're going to get some things done. And then you're going to think that you're on track. And then all of a sudden, you hit that wall. And you don't understand why. But it's because you're not showing that true interest. You're making a transaction, or you think you're there to sell homes. And when you have that approach, you don't give buyers a customer-centric approach or a customer-centric experience, and you wind up losing business. You wind up hitting that wall and then not being able to figure out, or you don't understand why, and you have to rebuild up that momentum again. Next thing, you have to slow down and ask all the right questions. I can't stress this enough. Too many of you out there are not slowing down. You're not asking the questions. You think that they're not going to sit there. Oh my gosh, well, why am I going to ask all these things? They're going to get impatient. You're the only one thinking that. You are the only one thinking that. You will get you'll get a few people here and there. They're going to say, why do I have to answer all these questions? And you simply have to inform them, let them know, look, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, I completely understand that you would think that maybe some of this information doesn't really pertain to what you're doing, or you're trying to get through this pretty quick. But here's the thing. You came in here for a reason, and it's not about the house. There's something going on that's requiring you to purchase a home. And I want to make sure that I am able to have that information so that I can provide you the best solution for that. Now, I could be just like everybody else and simply ask you how many bedrooms you're looking for and go walk you out there and take a look at your home. But then you know that you're not going to be satisfied with that. You're going to think that I'm just like everybody else. You're going to think that I'm just here to try and sell you a house when I'm really not. I'm here to help you solve the issue that you've got going on and hopefully make it fit into your budget. Now, you give me a few minutes, I promise you we'll be out there and taking a look at it. But you've got to address those things. But those are few and far between. And you see, you get one buyer that tells you that and you think they're all thinking that. They're not. They're not. So slow down, ask all the right questions, listen to understand, not to respond. Too many of you are getting your answers and then you're wanting to come right back with something. Listen to understand, not to respond. And lastly, treat your buyers as if they matter. Treat your buyers as if they matter. If you can do this, if you can carry out your whole experience in this manner, if you can provide your buyers that type of experience, you'll see that you're going to just have your business flow a lot easier. You're going to help a lot more families. You're going to do a lot more great things for yourself, for your company, and more importantly, for those people out there that need you. So go out there, because there is a better way to sell homes, and this is it. Be customer centric. If you need some help with that, reach out to us here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. That's what we do. We're here to help take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. And I hope that today, this Wednesday, you go out and do great things. It's Wednesday. You should have a brand new deal by the end of today. Keep that pace. Remember, we're after 2 to 3 deals a week. That's going to get you where you need to be. So have a great Wednesday. We'll be back in tomorrow with another 15 minutes of mastery. And as always, hey, tonight, by the way, hey, today is the second Wednesday of the month, or it's a Wednesday. So tonight we have our Path to Mastery Collective call. It's a mastermind group that we do with people all across the country. Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. If you want to get some more details on that, you can go on our website, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Go on the mastermind tab, and you'll get all the information on that mastermind, where you can start taking control of your career and actually networking with other people across the country that think just like you, that want to do bigger and better things. We're doing that tonight. You guys have a great day. We'll be talking soon. And as always, my friends, I can't wait to meet you.